It's time now for the Athlete of the Week here on Mid-Minnesota Sports, and it's presented by Diamond Point and Sauk Center. With us today from Melrose is Colton Meyer, a three-sport athlete for the Dutchman. Well, Colton, let's start out. First of all, tell us about your family, okay? Who's in your family?
I have a sister, Mia. She's in 10th grade. My twin brother, Drake, who's on the team with me, and then my parents, Barry and Stacy Meyer.
Mm-hmm. You get great support from your family, don't you?
Yeah.
In what ways do they do that for you?
They always come to all of our games and cheer us on as long as they can, and they make us food after the games, which is really nice, and stuff like that.
You know, as you mentioned your brother Drake, I want to bring up your teammates first of all, but let's start with your twin brother. What's your relationship like with him?
Well, we both play like all the same sports. He doesn't play baseball, but we've been playing together since we were like 5 or 6, so we've got a pretty good chemistry on the court and the field.
So after ball games through the years, what's your conversation like?
Usually we try to make fun of each other for doing whatever they did wrong during the game.
Okay. And does that, I got to believe sometimes brothers, they don't get along. Is that ever true?
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that. I also want to bring up, I realize it's a year ago, but it was such a special time. What are some of your memories thinking back to that basketball season last year?
It was just a really fun ride all the way to the state tournament, and none of us really expected to win all 3 games at state, but that's what it turned out to be, and it was really fun.
Dylan Hyder in the lane, back to Drake Meyer, can't shoot. He's got a 6'5" player on him. Colton Meyer holds it. Colton is shooting again, and scoring this time! Colton Meyer kind of looked around and kind of went, oh, what the heck? I do that in my driveway.
Being a three-sport athlete, too, is it fair to ask, do you have a favorite sport between football, basketball, and baseball?
My favorite sport's definitely football. I would easily say that.
Okay, so why would that be?
It's more like, I feel like it's more like intense, and there's only 1 game a week, so you have to build up to the games, like really fun, and it gets really intense during the game, too, under the lights.
A direct snap. Knapp is back to pass. Sets up. He is tackled by Colton Meyer. Colton Meyer wrapped him up. He will not let him throw the ball, and that is it.
I hear this often with your coach, and you know what I'm going to say. You guys are a quiet group, but you being a senior now, how do you think you lead in what ways out there for your team?
I think I try to direct traffic as much as I can, being under the hoop and being able to see everything on the court. So I try to direct our traffic, make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be, try to call out screens as much as I can, and anything else that will help the team.
And going back to football, how do you think you accomplished that then?
Football, I try to coach the 11th graders that didn't see any playing time as sophomores, try to get them into game like ready and game time ready and stuff like that.
You know, as you get ready for, say, football season, and I'm going back to when you were much younger, say like in junior high, what kind of weight training do you go through?
In junior high, we have SAQ, which strength, agility, and quickness training. We do that 3 times a week, but now the last couple of, about a year, I've been weightlifting 5 days a week now. And
you know, and I bring this up because I see a lot of younger athletes too, and I'm sure you were the same way. Did you really look forward to doing that? Did you see some results, and how did that all work for you through the years?
I really enjoyed it, and I liked going to it. Once you see the results, it actually kind of gets you hooked once you see results.
So for football, obviously, you have to be bigger and stronger, but on the basketball floor too, you're 6'2", you're a post, you're not 6'6" or 6'7", yep. But how do you then use your strength and your weight?
I try to use my strength to just push the taller people out, because usually if they're taller, they don't have as much muscle as I do, so I just try to push them out as much as I can.
So as I bring up your brother with your teammates, let's go back to that and talk about some of the friends that you've had through the years. Who are the guys that you enjoy playing with, and why is that?
I enjoy playing with all my teammates, but me, Drake, Tyler, and Adam, we've been playing together since we were probably 4th grade, I'd say. We're all the way back down to the Pee Wee League. So
after this, is there anything in the plans for you now after high school?
No, I'm going to go to NDSU for engineering, I think.
All right, so no football? No,
I decided not to go for that.
Okay, all right. What about the baseball season coming up too? What are you guys looking at?
We have all of our power back, all of our hitting. We have our 2 through 5 hitters all back, and we got some quickness. Mitchell Allvogel leading off. Hopefully he's got some quickness. And then we have our pitching back, too, with Tyler Bergelman. So I think we'll have a pretty good chance to go pretty far.
Well, yeah, actually, your pitching staff, you're going to throw, too, right?
Yep.
And some other guys? And so what about your brother, then?
I don't think – he said he's not going to go out, but I'm going to try to convince him to. We could really use his bat in the lineup too.
Meyer, a right-handed hitter, swings and hits the ball pretty well to left field. This is the power now, and it's going to be a home run.
See, I want to touch on, too, just the support, again, that you get from all the fans. It's really tremendous, isn't it? What can you say about that?
Our fan base here in Melrose is awesome. Even people who don't have kids in basketball, they just come out and watch us play. They always congratulate us after the game, giving us high fives and knuckle touches and stuff. It's really cool.
Well, let me wrap it up this way with you, if I could. To me, as I watch you play through the years, you go to work. You know what your job is, and you get your work done out there. Is that how you kind of see yourself?
Oh yeah, I know I don't score the ball very much, so I try to do everything else I can. I try to pass it to the people that do score and that can shoot, and I try to set as good a screens as I can for my shooters.
All right. And another final word about you. I will say this. Colton Meyer, to me, you are a representative of what a Melrose Dutchman is. That's you.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for being with us. All right. That's Colton Meyer. He is the Athlete of the Week, and it's presented by Diamond Point in Sauk Center.